Hi there, my name's Andy, and here we are at 54 and wanting more. Welcome to my 5th YouTube episode, and this week we are talking about how I have the fantastic opportunity to work and wander around this wonderful earth. Okay, so here we go. Any of you out there that don't know me already, my quick synopsis of what I used to do. Before I do what I do now, I tried and dipped my hand in property, which was buy-to-lets, service accommodation, property trading. And before that, I worked at sea for 8 years and traveled the world. And before that, I was a fitness instructor and lived in Turkey. And before that, I was in retail for a good 12 years, working for great old Wilko's, which sadly isn't on our high street anymore. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about me. What I do now, my job title is independent travel agent. And what a great job title that is to have. I launched into it in August last year. I was introduced to it by a friend that was following me on Facebook. It's not somebody that I knew very well, but they could see that I was always here, there and everywhere, and especially that I was enjoying working on a cruise ship for so many years. So I got introduced to being an independent travel agent, and I'm going to tell you the top perks of having this job at the end. But for now, I'm going to give you a picture of what my world looks like in, let's say, a few weeks. For example, I just got back from Scotland last Thursday, when I think about it now, and I went away to Scotland for a week with a couple of friends from Turkey, and then they came back here spent one day in the UK, and then David, that's my husband, we went off to Southampton the following day because we had a reunion to do, and we went off there for two nights, 3 days, and then we got back here on the Saturday, I think it was. And yeah, so I've had a really busy last couple of weeks, and in all that time I've still been able to manage my work. And saying that I've just got back from Scotland last week, I'm actually off to Turkey on Wednesday this week. So the day that this is launched, I'll be at the airport, and I'll be staying in Turkey for a good 6 or 7 weeks. Why? Because I can. Now, the great thing about being able to work and wander is you only need 2 pieces of equipment: your telephone and your laptop. That literally is all the equipment you need. And if I think about the money that I had to invest in some of my property ventures, thousands of pounds, and the cost of setting up as an independent travel agent literally cost me £200 as initial outlay to get registered and for the training, and the cost of a phone and the cost of a laptop. That's all it cost me to start this business. I've had so much to learn. My brain has been exploding, but only because I wanted to. I've been learning all about, my speciality is going to be all about cruises. So what I've been doing over the last 6 months is intensifying my knowledge about cruising and river cruising. And I joined an association called CLEAR, which stands for Cruise Line International Association, and they have been doing a course about river cruises. So I've been learning all about the river cruises and all about the rivers, as well as intensifying my knowledge about all the different cruise companies that exist. I used to work for P&O for 8 years, and I know them pretty much inside and out, but it's absolutely a mine of different cruise companies out there with all different levels of service, all different levels of itinerary. So I'm absorbing all that information in order that I can provide a great service to any of my clients. So I'm specialising in cruising, Turkey, of course, because I've been out there since, well, I've lived out there since 2003, on and off. But I have a great knowledge about Turkey, And then my third thing is luxury travel, because who doesn't like luxury travel? So those are my niches, my speciality. And one of the things that they advise you at the beginning is to find a niche. The travel industry is absolutely huge, and you could be specializing in adventure travel, solo travel, holidays at home in the UK. There are so many different niches that you'd be able to choose from that you could specialize in. And then once you've got that knowledge in your area, you would be that go-to person for that person to book their holiday. I'll just give you a recent example. I had a client that came to me. She already has a travel agent that she goes to, but she was interested in going to Turkey next year. So as she said to me, why am I going to book with somebody who doesn't even know anything about Turkey? Let's go to the person with the knowledge and has the expertise and the background of it, so that they can get the best that they're looking for. So yeah, I always advise people, if you're going to go into any industry, always try and find a niche and then button it down and get as much knowledge and expertise in that subject as you can. So basically my forte is cruising, river cruising, Turkey, and luxury travel. I'm also out there with a Facebook page and an Instagram page, which has got all sorts of other different deals and holidays that come in as well, because I get roughly about 30-40 emails a day from the different travel companies. The company that I work for, they deal with 90 preferred partners, so they're quite picky. They literally handpick all the people that us independent travel agents can work for, and if they've been handpicked, that's for a very good reason. It's because they're reliable, they have ATOL and APTA protection, so they can be trusted, which is a very comforting thought for me as a new independent travel agent. So I try to do all of my bookings, I do all of my bookings through these 90 preferred partners. It's very important because I have confidence in them, and therefore I can pass that on to the clients, a very good assurance. How much time do I spend working? Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. I probably spend about anything between 15 to 25 hours a week. And I say that not very sure, because I can have times where I can spend a whole day in the office. So I can be there from 11 o'clock in the morning right through until 7, 8 o'clock. I can also have 20 minutes on my laptop when I'm just confirming a booking or answering an inquiry. It just depends. So you can do as little or as much as you like. It's absolutely up to you. And there is one of the other highlights, or one of the perks of being an independent travel agent, is the flexibility. When I was in Scotland last week, I had my laptop and my phone with me, and I did not want my work to interfere with this holiday that I had. So what I did, on a couple of the mornings, I woke up that little bit earlier and went down into the bar or into the restaurant, and I worked on my laptop for about an hour and a half. And then during the day, if there was something on my phone that I could reply just by my phone whilst I was sitting in the car driving through the Highlands, I could do that quite easily. So it wasn't difficult to get the balance, because what I didn't want was my friends thinking, oh my God, she's just on her phone all the time. Or, she's at the laptop again, or she's got to do this, or she's got to do that. So I didn't want that sort of interfering with the holiday. So I purposely made sure I checked all my emails first thing in the morning. I checked them again in the evening for an hour max. And that was it. So it was really, really flexible. Talking of the friends that David and I went to Scotland with, they were two friends from Turkey, as it happens. And the funny story behind this is that I got a phone call in November last year from my friend, and she said, well, I've booked some flights to the UK. We're going to go to Scotland. It's going to be the 6th of May. And I was like, right, okay, great. That's how flexible my lifestyle is at the moment. I didn't have to think, I've got to book some time off work. I need to get somebody's permission. It was, we're going to Scotland on the 6th of May next year, or they're coming to the UK the 6th of May the following year. And it was that easy. Being your own boss, it has its ups and downs. The flexibility of it is brilliant. I mean, you literally can spend your day doing what you want, when you want. If you're a mum and you've got kids and you need to work around, school and getting them off to school and picking them up and sorting their dinners out, and the busy lives that mums lead, it can be managed because it's completely flexible. You can do this job in your own time, in your own way, and in your own style. And that's one of the reasons I absolutely love it. Main other thing is the fact that you're your own boss. Now, because you're your own boss, the initial sort of thought would be, that sounds great. It is, but there is, a balance. It can be lonely sometimes. You can be sitting there thinking, how do I do this? Or should I have done that? So you've got nobody to ask directly. We do have in our community, we have people that we can WhatsApp and ask a question, people that we can email, people that we can telephone. So we do have that community support within the traveling industry, which again is an absolute bonus. But I think being your own boss, there are some key features that you have to have as a person or as an individual to be your own boss. And first of all, and absolutely, is you have to have self-discipline. If you don't have the discipline to get up in the morning and do your jobs list, follow it through with another jobs list for the following day, so you've got like a regimented calendar, a diary of events that you have to be responsible for. So it could be taking people's payments, dealing with people's inquiries, communicating back to them directly. I absolutely pride myself in good communication. I think if somebody's asking you something, regardless of whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, it's because they want to know the answer, and they don't want to wait 24 hours, 48 hours for it. Just give them a response. If you can't give somebody an answer to their question straight away, just respond and say, I can't give you the answer straight away, but I will get it back to you as soon as possible. And that's fine. It's just good communication. In this day and age where most of the time you're dealing with electronic voices, buttons to press this button number 1 for this, press number 3 for that. I mean, I'm not the only one, I'm sure, that is so frustrated that it's so difficult to talk to a human being anymore. I don't have any of those automated systems in place. I just answer the phone. Very simple. And I think people appreciate that now more than ever. So yes, self-discipline is key. You need to be self-motivated. It's only you that's going to get your business off the ground. And you can have a day or two or a week that you're feeling off or unwell even, but you get yourself back in the chair afterwards and open up your laptop and you get back to it. You have to be self-motivated. And for me, I've got a fantastic goal that's up here that I want to achieve, and I'm striving towards it. But if you want to keep it simple, the goal doesn't have to be up there. It can be as simple as that you want to achieve a certain amount of money every month, or you want to achieve so many bookings every month. Education wise, you want to learn this, you want to learn that. Give yourself some small steps and some small goals to achieve, and this will keep you moving throughout that process of being your own boss, because there's only you that you're responsible for. So your own progress, you're responsible for your own progress. And if you are self-motivated and self-disciplined, then you've got it down in the bag. Everything else that comes around after that is going to be like the icing on the cake. You don't have to be particularly intelligent, you know, you don't have to have like a high IQ of everything. You just have to have the ability to have what do they call it? Be coachable, so that you will allow yourself to be trained. So you will listen to people when they're telling you something. When you're doing the training, you can, you know, make as many notes as you like, but are you going to apply the things that you've learned? Or are you just going to leave them there sitting on a piece of paper? So you do have to have a sort of certain attitude to being able to learn and to progress with your learning. So yeah, if you're going to be an independent travel agent or an independent anything, you're only looking towards your inner self to be able to achieve it. And in my eyes, there's nothing better than learning about something that you absolutely love. I mean, who doesn't like going on holiday? And I love learning about all the different countries, the different cities, the different towns. It's just every day there's like, oh, that's interesting, or that's new, didn't know that. So it's a passion. And if traveling is a passion, or if cooking is a passion, then it comes easier. So when you got the days where it can be hard work, or something you just don't understand, or that's not going the way you planned, yeah, you can like think, God, I want this day to end. But the next day you get back in the seat and you're back on the job. Show me the money. Yeah, so let's talk about, in this job that I'm doing, earning potential and discounted travel. So earning potential, basically you can earn anything from 0 to sky's your limit. In the company that I work for, on a daily basis, you go into your back office and you can see the top 5 earners, which are doing their bookings through travel. And there are some people out there in a month that are earning 60, 70, 80,000 pounds a month. I'm not there yet. These are people that have been doing the job maybe anything between 5 to 10 years. I'm still in year 1, but the earning potential is there. So the way it works is every holiday that you go on, every hire car that you book, every theatre ticket that you book, did you know that there is a commission that's built into that fee? So for example, whether you go online and book it yourself, if you go onto booking.com and book something yourself, you get that price, and 15% of it goes to booking.com. Yeah. Now out of that, they might give some of that 15% to the people that are where it's being advertised, or some of it might go to a travel agent. So for example, 5% of your booking.com hotel booking might go to the travel agent who you booked it with, but it doesn't alter the price. They have something called price parity. So anything with price parity means that the price that you see on the screen is the price that it is. You're not going to get it any cheaper whether you book through a travel agent, book it yourself. It doesn't make any difference. So your earning potential is coming through all your bookings that you have, and whether you book a hotel booking, a cruise, a villa, a Jet2 holiday package, that price will always be the same that it is on the screen. But as a travel agent, you will receive some form of commission from the cost of that holiday. And one of the bonuses for your clients is if they book it themselves, then they have less protection in some of the holidays that they go on. If somebody goes online and books a holiday, do you think that they're checking that that company is at all protected? Are they checking that they're APTA protected? Probably not. When you book it yourself online, are you making sure that you've got the correct insurance for the type of holiday you're going on? Probably not. So the thing about having a personalized travel agent, I know I'm not doing a selling gig here, but I'm just saying the thing about having your own personalized travel agent is that they have got you first. They are thinking that you are going to have the best service, the best holiday, the best communication. If something goes wrong, God forbid, then you are the first person of contact for them. If you've booked it yourself and a volcano has decided to erupt, or there's been some flooding disaster somewhere, who are they going to call? They're going to call a number that they called online. They'll be in a queue. How long is it going to take to get a response? Who knows? But if they've got your direct number or your direct contact details, then they know that they are going to have help. And as an independent travel agent, we are here to serve you and get you the best service and the best help where needed. So earning potential can be anything from zero to the sky's the limit. It depends how much effort, how much time you put in, what type of niche that you're in. It's entirely up to you. I know people that are earning 60, 70,000 pounds a month. And I know people that are earning 50, 60 quid a month. What's your number? If it's, you might be quite happy to do part-time, because you don't have to do it full-time. You can do it 5 hours a week if you wanted to. You could be quite happy having an extra £300 a month. So it just depends. The other benefit of being a travel agent is obviously you get discounted travel. So if you book a holiday for yourself, then you're going to get that commission. So if you book yourself a cruise, for example, and the cruise has cost £1,000, then you were getting 10% commission. Well, you've got a £100 discount straight away, just like that. Besides the fact that as travel agents, we always get the deals first. So from any of your travel companies, those 30 or 40 emails that I get coming in, I'll get them first, and then I hand pick the ones that I put onto my Facebook group, Nelson Taylor Travel. And I'm looking towards getting a website in the next few weeks, because I have so many deals come through and so many great holidays that I can't fit them onto a social media page. So I'm going to be starting Andy's Travel Club. You heard it here first. That will be coming soon. The top 5 perks of being an independent travel agent are the flexibility, the discounted travel, the potential earnings, being your own boss, and just having the freedom. The sense of freedom that we can all have the joy of experiencing what we're capable of. And to finish off, it's all about knowing that you're living the best life that's available to you, and knowing that you're putting your best foot forward every day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next week. Please share, comment. Curious about what it's like to be an independent travel agent, aka ITA? Just pop me ITA in the comments below, and I'll get in touch with you and we can have a chat.